From the 25th of August to the 1st of September 2023, the armed forces of the Russian Federation launched 5 group long-range naval and airborne high-precision strikes at the Ukrainian Armed Forces command posts, radio-electronic reconnaissance centers, port infrastructure, Western ammunition and weaponry depots, as well as military airfields. The strikes disrupted Ukrainian Armed Forces strategic radio interference system control, wiped out workshops of unmanned surface vehicles used by the Kiev regime to launch terrorist attacks, air defense systems, multiple launch rocket systems, hardware, as well as Western-made air-launched weapons. Over the past week, the combat environment was the most tense and complicated in the Donetsk and Zaporozhye directions. In the Zaporozhye direction, the armed forces of Ukraine attempted to launch 44 attacks at positions of the Russian forces to no avail. To reinforce efforts to break through Russian forces' defenses, one of the last formation of the Ukrainian Armed Forces Strategic Reserve, namely the 71st Jager Brigade, was deployed in this direction. As a result of committed and competent actions of the Zaporozhye group of forces units, all the Ukrainian attacks have been successfully repelled. Over the past week, more than 960 Ukrainian troops, 24 armored fighting vehicles of different modifications, 28 motor vehicles, and 45 field artillery guns were neutralized. Severe Ukrainian manpower losses in the course of so-called counter-offensive were caused by the Russian forces' effective strikes at Ukrainian armored hardware at distant approaches. The Ukrainian Armed Forces Formation Command purposefully throws manpower in assaults as cannon fodder to cross Russian forces' minefields on foot with no fire support. In the South Donetsk direction, the most intensive battles took place south to Staromayorskoye in Donetsk People's Republic. Professional command and control, cohesive actions of the Russian troops with the support of aviation and artillery thwarted an enemy's offensive plans. Combined strikes and committed actions of the Vostok group of forces repelled all Ukrainian attacks. Over the past week, the enemy has suffered losses of up to 1,025 Ukrainian troops, 13 armored fighting vehicles, 26 motor vehicles, as well as 26 field artillery guns. In the Donetsk direction, numerous attempts of the Ukrainian Solidar group of troops to break through Russian forces' defenses near Klishchevka and Maloilinovka of Donetsk People's Republic have been foiled. During the week, Russian forces repelled 36 attacks in which the enemy has lost up to 2,385 Ukrainian troops, 30 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 75 motor vehicles, and 21 field artillery guns. In the Kupiansk direction, the Zapad group of forces improved tactical situation by seizing enemy strongholds and key heights. The Ukrainian Armed Forces units suffered heavy losses due to skillful use of weapons. Over the past week, the enemy has suffered losses of up to 470 Ukrainian troops, 22 armored fighting vehicles, 21 motor vehicles, as well as 18 field artillery guns. In the Krasny Liman direction, the center group of forces repelled 14 Ukrainian attacks over the past week. The enemy has suffered losses of up to 540 Ukrainian troops, 22 armored fighting vehicles, 13 motor vehicles, as well as 10 field artillery guns. In the Kherson direction, the main goal of the Russian troops was to deliver strikes at Ukrainian manpower, engage in counter-battery warfare, search and eliminate sabotage and reconnaissance groups, as well as to impede enemy amphibious assaults on islands. According to the data provided by prisoners of war from the 123rd Territorial Defense Brigade, the majority of the Ukrainian personnel waved to cross the Dnieper River as they are afraid of inevitable death from Russian strikes. In this direction, the enemy has lost up to 230 Ukrainian troops, 31 motor vehicles, and 19 field artillery guns over the past week. The Black Sea Fleet monitors the situation round the clock in the Black Sea waters by all means of reconnaissance. On the 30th of August, the Black Sea naval aircraft managed to foil Ukrainian Special Operation Detachment's attempt to land on the Crimea coast to launch terrorist attacks. Russian naval aircraft neutralized 4 boats and up to 50 Ukrainian troops. Russian aerospace forces fighter jets and air defense units have shot down 4 Ukrainian Air Force aircraft and 1 helicopter over the past week. Air defense and electronic warfare systems have shot down 35 HIMARS MLRS shells, 6 JDAM guided bombs, 5 US-made HARM anti-radiation missiles, as well as 1 Neptune anti-ship cruise missile and 1 S-200 missile converted into a strike version over the past week. In addition, 281 Ukrainian unmanned aerial vehicles, including two 141 Stryj, as well as 29 fixed-wing drones, were shot down in the western regions of the Russian Federation. In total, 466 airplanes, 247 helicopters, 6,293 unmanned aerial vehicles, 434 anti-aircraft missile systems, 11,587 tanks and other armored fighting vehicles, 1,147 combat vehicles equipped with MRLS, 6,162 field artillery cannons and motors, as well as 12,602 units of special military equipment have been destroyed during the special military operation.